The ball roll fake cut. Lads, this actually is a skill move which has already been taught on the channel. It's the ball roll itself, but there's a technique to use the ball roll which can actually feint the opponent away. We're about to break it down for you.
Griezmann, 3 men around him to somehow find some space. Ronaldo, fantastic opening, the drive back.
He's made himself the tiniest bit of space.
Almost feels like a bit of a time. Didn't really go for him. Oh! The display there is absolutely ridiculous. The Elastico on the goal line. On the goal line, the finest.
We
of
talked about
margins.
Aussie Super. He's not here to make up the numbers.
The fake ball roll cut is a pro technique of utilizing the ball roll. Now, what is the ball roll used for? The ball roll is used for basically taking that away from a defender to keep the back towards the opponent and basically recycle the ball. And that's what I've taught you in the ball roll tutorial this year, is that you can take it away from the defender whilst keeping your back towards him and basically keeping possession. Now, the ball roll fake cut is actually something where you do the complete opposite to that. You actually use the ball roll for a technique to actually feint the defender away. Now, this will work for your higher caliber defender. If you're in, let's say, Div 3 and above, I think this will work for you. Below, I actually think, funnily enough, the defender actually might read you because he's just not that good at understanding what the ball roll does for you in the first place, where you're meant to recycle the ball, and he may actually just go with you and get the tackle in. So this technique may only work for the higher caliber players, but when you're, let's say, in the 18-yard box and you perform a ball roll, don't go back the opposite way to recycle the ball. What I recommend you guys doing is pretty much continuing to go straight towards the byline. What it does is it makes the defender or the opponent think you're going to turn back to recycle the ball through your wing back or whoever it is, but you don't. You continue going straight after performing the ball roll to basically then go along the byline, or indeed just try and find that cut back towards the back post. Okay, so it's a double bluff. All right, and that's what a lot of the pro games are. It's a bluff upon a bluff upon a bluff. A lot of the time, sometimes doing the most obvious thing will work for you, but sometimes doing the most non-obvious thing will work for you as well. It's always about who's going to bluff who, whether you call the bluff or you don't. And this is a technique to actually bluff the opponent, okay, and make him think you're going to go back around the other way, which is probably what you would do 80% of the time. But this time you don't. You go straight, you then look to cut it back. And that's a very handy way of using the ball roll in FIFA 22. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then I'd really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. And lastly, if you do want any pre-gaming fuel or supplement, then head over to atpscience.com, which is the first link in the description, and use the code AussieFIFA at checkout to get yourself a discount. Not only is it the cheapest way to get supplements, but it helps me out a ton, guys, so thank you.